Welcome, my Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy. I'm a CZT, and that means Certified Zentangle Teacher. I'm really thrilled to be here with you today. I have the most fun pattern to share with you. This is just the most whimsical GratitangleZ ever. And even though it's my first, I just think it's still the most whimsical. I'm going to add a lot of these to that Dr. Seuss picture that I'm working on. So without further ado, day 12, and I am grateful as always for so many things, and I'm going to leave it right here at lunch. Yeah, just the basic lunch. Of course I'm grateful for lunch, but obviously there's more to the story, and I'm going to kind of keep that to myself. And so I'm sure that you have some grateful thing that you're thinking of, and we'll just enjoy our whimsical moment together with our whimsical whatever is the most meaningful thing that we're thankful for today. So I'll leave it right at that with this funny pattern that we're going to do. So the pattern is Jax. It's by Kim Kohler. She's a CZT. And I don't know, I hope you can see this. I made something to aim for, and this is just in pencil. It is like a half a orb, or half a circle really. Doesn't need to be any more than that. No, you don't need it at all if you don't want it. I am going to put something down below here though too. And these are pencils always made to be changed. And so I'm just going to do a couple of basics with you and for you. And I hope you've grabbed your supplies, your 01, your pencil, your blender stump, and whatever you're working on so that we can get started. Let's make what I would call a stem. And let's aura the stem. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come along here with a frown on top of the stem. You see that's not too wide. It's just not very wide at all. I'm going to thicken it just a little bit, the stem. This is just a funny pattern. Wait till you see. Okay, on either side of the stem and below the smile, I'm going to come down like this is a line that's going behind. Maybe I can make that a little closer. There we go. That is coming behind. So the next thing I'm going to do, and you might want to watch this and then work along with me on the other side and the other couple of them we're going to make together. I'm going to come out a very small amount, come around, don't close it off, and I'm going to aim for the top here. I'm glad this is whimsical because no matter how many times I do it, it's different. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is come out, around, back in, and I do not want to connect there. I'm going up that direction, but I'm not going to connect. You'll leave that little open there. And I think this is, you'll see why this is called Jax, and if you haven't already, I'm going to make a little top on this. And that is Jax. Is it fun or what? Okay, let's do another one. So I'm going to have this Jax come this direction. Aura. Keep my work in front of me. Put a frown here. It doesn't matter if you connect the frown to the stem or not, your choice. But the next thing I'm going to do is put that larger frown behind. I had to lift my pen there and just make it go behind like a giant comma or a C, lazy C. Okay, so this, now what I'm going to do is come around, close it off, not tight, leave a little space. I'm going to put a dot here to aim for. I'm going to come up and aim for that. This one is going to go behind, so this is going to be weird. It probably wasn't my best example to show you, but I'm going to go behind, come out where I think it would, bring this up. Isn't it funny? And then on the calendar, I'm going to do this a little different for you. That's Jack's. Isn't it a hoot? So I hope you like it. I want to show you shading before we go to the calendar. Where I would suggest you shade is underneath the frown. Maybe in this area up here a little bit. I would also shade part of the apron or the C that I have and not shade across there. And the last little bit of shading I'm going to do is come down the stem on one side, not both. I'm going to shade this in with my blender stump. I'm going to smudge around, smudge that. Since I made this cute little thing I want to aim for, I'm going to go ahead and darken it. And I'll do the same thing here with this little half an orb I put up here. It looks just as whimsical as the pattern does, so I hope you appreciate it. I have Jack's by Kim Kohler, CZT, and I want to grab my calendar. I'm going to make this truly whimsical. Day 12 is pure whimsy here. So I have a same issue I had before. I have to work a little smaller on this. This is a smaller space, but I am going to try to get 2. So I'm going to make a longish stick. Has a bit of a wave or a curve in it. I'm going to make a second one to it. And then I'm going to make that frown. Thicken the frown just a bit. I'm going to make a C that goes underneath here, but wider than the frown was. And then I'm going to come out, back, around, let it be. Do the other side. Out, back, around, let it be. Aiming for this spot up here. I don't want these to connect. Makes you think of the Jacks that we had when we were kids. This time I'm going to do something more whimsical since it's a whimsical pattern, and I'm going to do a series of these little commas and make a hat on him and trail it off. I'm going to do another one here. Make another one and trail it off. And here. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's rain on my roof right now. We are having a very gloomy day where I am here. Okay, I'm going to make another one. I had fun with that. I'm going to come along here, and I'm going to make a longer stick. It's going to be like the big brother of that one. I'm going to aim this frown right off the side this time. I want that to be coming out here. Now that I'm going to do the C. Very much on an angle. Hope you're keeping up okay. Just pause me if you're not. Come around. Don't close it. Come around. Don't close it. I'm aiming over here this time. I'm going to spin this hat way over So I want to have my aim be for that. His hat is like coming off this time. Okay, now the next thing I need to do is put this top thing on here. And then I'm going to have a series of C's that are all connected. And I can turn this. Look how I can turn this. I know, it makes me laugh. The very idea of this makes me laugh. So I want to put some shading on now. I grab my pencil right away. I'm going to put shading where it's thickest on the hat. I'm going to come along the inside of one of the sides of the jack. I'm also going to, underneath the smile, on each, underneath, but separated underneath the first part of the jack. And then come down on the stem, one side. You could do in the stem too. I've seen that and I quite like it too. So you should do the kind of shading that's interesting to you. But what I meant is you could do inside the stem. Anyway, I like this, so this is the way I'm doing it, and you are entitled to do what you're doing in your own house, at your own workstation, wherever that is. I have that little hat, the whimsical hat, and I want to do a little shading on these hats too. Oh, I forgot to put it on that one. It won't show up on this one. He's like underneath, but it will show up on this one. He does not look balanced. I just hope you think this is as fun as I do. One side of the hat on the inside. And you can do both, but these are so small that they won't show up. So grab your blender stump. What do you think? I hope you just love it to bits like I do. I just love it to bits. It's a good thing I'm home, because otherwise I'd want to take it home. Haha. Well, I really hope you enjoyed doing jacks with me today and having some whimsical fun. I hope you will subscribe. I'm so grateful that you were here. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please like it. That always helps me know that you're enjoying what we're doing today. But if you'd also share it, then maybe somebody else can like it too, right? Anyway, just a thought for you. I'm Emmy, and you're on the Zen with Emmy channel. Thank you for being here. Bye.